morning everyone. Today I am going to take a lecture of Operation Research, chapter number 1, Linear Programming Problem, and our topic is method name is the simplex method. Simplex method is very important method in this chapter. So in the simplex method, we have already seen in our previous lecture for graphical method and formulation of LP problem. So in the graphical method, we use only two decision variables, x1 and x2 or xy. Okay, so if we are given in the more than two decision variable, okay, so we use the simplex method, big M method and two-phase method. That means if in our given question we are given in the two or more than two variables, so we use the simplex method, big M method and the two-phase method. Okay, but if our question given in only two variable and not specified which method we used for finding the maximize z or minimize z, so you always use the graphical method because graphical method is very easy method. Okay, so if more than two variables or two variables, so we use the simplex method. So simplex method, first point is very important point. Simplex method is always used for the maximization problem. Okay, that means what is the simplex method? So the simplex method is an algebraic procedure that through a series of repetitive operations, progressive approach and optimum solution. That means in the simplex method, the process is that first we formulate the problem. Sometimes a question given in the sentence form, we are given in problem in the sentence form. So first you convert the formulation of LP problem. That means we convert the problem into the mathematical equation. Okay, we have already seen in the topic of the formulation of LP model or formulation of linear programming problem. Okay. So first we formulate the LP model or formulate the problem. So sometimes we are given in actually we have already given in the equation form, that means maximize z, subjective constraint and non-negativity variable greater than equal to 0. Okay, so simplex method is always used for the maximization form. That means our question given in always the maximize z. Okay, got it? So second point is what? Second point is set up the initial table. Okay, so first we mark the initial table with the help of slack variable. Okay, so what is the meaning of the slack variable, surplus variable and artificial variable? Okay, so one by one we discussed about this type of the variable. Next one is the after mapping the initial table, we apply the procedure for finding the optimum solution. So this process is repetitive form. Okay, so when we get the optimum solution, that means for simplex method always given in the maximization format. So our answer, that means our last step, maximize z, that means zj minus cj always greater than equal to 0. Okay, if zj minus cj less than equal to 0 or less than 0, that means any one values is negative form, so we move to next iteration table. We map the next iteration table. Okay, so first we discuss about the slack variable, surplus variable and artificial variable. Okay, so we have some modification according to our subject to constraint equation. Got it? So in the simplex method, we are given in, for example, subject to constraint equation is 2x1 plus 4x2 less than equal to 10. For example, we are given in the subject to constraint equation 2x1 plus 4x2 less than equal to 10. Okay, one important point is that here simplex method is always used for the maximize z form. Okay, so always the subject to constraint equations have the inequalities less than equal to sign, not in greater than equal to sign. Okay, if in the simplex method our subject to constraint equation is greater than equal to sign, so we can't solve here, we can't use here the simplex method. This type of the question solved by the dual simplex method. Got it? So first we check here, always your inequality is less than equal to type in the simplex method. Okay. So our first step is what? First step is first we convert this inequality into the equality sign in the simplex method. Okay. So according to this equation, see here these values, the sum of 2x1 and 4x2 is less than equal to 10. Okay, so if we write here the equal to sign, that means we sum here some points or some values. That means we write here the 2x1 plus 4x2 plus s1. Okay, and write here the equal to sign. That means what? Here the s1 is equal to slack variable. That means if our subject to constraint given in the less than equal to type, so we convert this inequality is the equal to type. So first we add the slack variable. Slack variable we write here as 1. Okay. For example, this is our first equation. Got it? For example, we are given in the second one equation x1 plus 5x2 less than equal to 20. Got it? So here again we write here the equal to sign, convert this inequality into the equal to sign. So we write here x1 plus 5x2 plus s2 is equal to 20. Because of we use here the s1 slack variable, so next slack variable we write here the s2 variable. Okay, so this some modification is included in the simplex method. Okay, for example, we are given in the subject to constraint equation in the form of x1 plus 3x2 greater than equal to 10. Okay, that is what here this type of the question is in our BGAM method and the two-phase method. Okay, so we write here x1 plus 3x2 greater than equal to 10. That means here these values are greater than equal to 10. Okay, that means we subtract some values. So we write here x1 plus 3x2 minus s1 is equal to 10. Okay, that means what? We subtract some value and this S1 is denote the surplus variable. Okay, surplus variable, that means if we use this state and this value is greater than equal to 10, so we subtract some values, that means here minus S1. For example, this equation in the form of this 1, 2, 3, so we use here S1, S2, so we write here the S3 variable. Okay, don't write here the big term S1, S1 or S2, S2 or S3, S3. Okay, and third one is the if according to our question we are given in the x1 plus x2 is equal to 50. For example, we are given in the equal to sign. So here we write the artificial variable x1 plus x2 plus 7 is equal to 50. This is our artificial variable. Okay. So this is surplus variable. Okay. Actually, this surplus variable always here the one artificial variable. This surplus variable always in the surplus variable always we write here the artificial variable. Okay, so sometimes in some textbook write here only the surplus variable, but surplus variable always take here write the artificial variable. Okay.